Okay, first foremost important thing is, okay, when is INICET? The next INICET, November session. Any dates? Yes, INICET date is November 10th. Okay, so November 10th is your examination. And first thing is, how many days are there? Okay, right. So today is 26th, so I'll be calculating from 27th. So 27, 28, 29th, 30, and 31. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days here. Followed by September month, you have 30 days. October, you have 31. And November 10th is exam, so you have 9 days. So total, how many days are there? INIC. So total number of days left over for INICT, 75 days. Okay, so you have 75 days to take your INICT exam. So in this 75 days, according to my schedule, okay, so I mean like basing upon your comfort, I'll be giving a schedule. So my plan is preferably let it be an intern or a repeater. My plan is 55 plus 20. Okay, so 55 plus 20. So means simply I'm dividing all your subjects into 5 modules. Okay, so each module I'm adding 10 plus 1 day. Okay, so like few of you may be clear with few subjects or already done with few subjects, may not be done with few subjects, but you have to customize your patterns according to that. For example, now as most of your conquers, so now the present subject that is recently done is OS. OS is already done. So whenever I'm giving a schedule for OS or whenever I'm giving a schedule for anatomy, because in a week, you are going to give an exam on OS plus anatomy plus dental anatomy, or maybe you may be done with perio perfectly. You may be done with endo perfectly. I'm going to give a schedule, but try to modify your reading patterns according to the comfort that you have with the subject. It is customized. Okay, it is different for different individuals. For example, if you ask me, I'm more comfortable with endo pedo, more comfortable with oral surgery, more comfortable with general surgery. Okay, more comfortable with community, more comfortable with prostho, compared to ortho or compared to biochemistry or compared to general anatomy. So this is my comfortable levels. Like even if I'm reading, I can read the subjects which I have listed out. I can read them fast. Okay, so you also plan accordingly. Okay, slight modifications has to be done, and please do stick on to the plan. So what I have done is it is a 55 days plus 20 days. And you can modify that. Okay, the more the number of revision days, 20 days I have kept for revision, like 21 days, 3 weeks. Okay, the more the revision days, the more you are comfortable with the examination. That is going to be the plan. So if you are already clear with few subjects, you can reduce these days and improve the revision days. That is the first thing. Okay, so 75 days. So what I have splitted it, my schedule is going with 55 plus 20. This 20 is revision days. So what I am giving you a suggestion, like people who are done with the entire syllabus, there are list of people who are done with the entire syllabus. Okay, a few except like few systems of your respiratory and general medicine and physio, that is CVS and CNS and endocrine was not done for few of you. I want you to decrease the number of reading days and try to improve the number of revision days. It's already revision for you. I hope this is very, very clear for each and every one of you. Please do respond me. Yes, okay, right. The next important thing I want, just a second. Yes, the next important thing is I want you to keep more revision days. The more the revision days, okay, so that increases your confidence in the examination hall, which is very, 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 very much required for INICET, exams like INICET. Okay, right. So in this 55 days of reading, so what I have done is I have splitted your entire syllabus into 5 modules: module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, and module 5. And for every module, I have given 10 days. So 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10. So 11th day is your exam on that particular module, and we'll be having a discussion. right? Clear, right? Okay. So for example, if a particular individual is perfect with module 2, you're very confident with the subjects of module 2. What my suggestion is, you can decrease the number of days for module 2. Or if you're perfect with module 1, okay, you can decrease the number of days for module 1 and you can allocate those days for a particular module where you are weak at. And in every module, I make sure there are 2 star subjects which are very, very much required for INICET, because INICET is an exam which does not follow any sort of blueprints. Okay. NEET, they have clearly given, NB has clearly given a blueprint, but INIC does not have any blueprint. So it is, you cannot give a proper blueprint for INICET, but what my analysis, like over a period of 10 years, the analysis, if you observe the last 10 years papers, most of the question papers, not all the question papers, most of the question papers, they have more inclination towards the clinical subjects. Like 70% is of your question paper, okay, of this 200 MCQs will move around clinicals. Okay. And 30% is will move around basics. And this happens in more than 90% of cases in the last 20 exams of INICET. 10 years, every year you have 2 exams. So last 20 exams, 10 years, if you analyze, in more than 90% of cases, your question paper is more inclined to the clinical subjects. Okay, so it's not a balanced preparation that we regularly focus in NEET examination. We go for a balanced preparation because everything has an equal weightage. The blueprint, they give the blueprint and they follow the blueprint. Clear, right? Clear till this point? Now, if I'm talking about INICET is for 200 questions. Okay. And this exam is a timeline based exam, that whatever the new software which already introduced into the website. So it's a timeline based exam. Most of your previous question papers also, I'm trying to provide in the new software. So your entire question paper is being split into 4 parts. Each part is going to have 50 MCQs. And each part is going to have 45 minutes. So first 45 minutes, you will be accessible to the first 50 questions only. Next 45 minutes, next 50 questions. Last 45 minutes, last 50 questions. Clear, right? This is very, very clear, right? Very important pattern. And every right answer in the INIC is going to give you +1 mark. And every wrong answer in INIC is going to give you -1/3 mark. And your result of INICET is available as percentile. That is the number of marks you got compared to the topper. For example, first ranker will have 100 percentile compared to the next one. Second ranker may get 99.95 marks for the first ranker. So his rank will be given as 99.5. So in the website you have, apart from the marks, there is a column called as percentile. Okay, so for INICET, you have to see the percentile from now. Clear till this point? Okay. So next we'll be going to the next topic. So as already said, INICET focus will be more on clinicals. That is, you have 70% of clinical questions, means clinical subjects, and 30 to 35% of the questions which moves on the basic sciences. It is not mandatory, but preferably in most of the situations, this is what's happening. And if you check out a change in the pattern in the last couple of years of INICET, there are more repeats. One, there are more repeated concepts. Repeats in the sense, same question, same option. Same options. If you're already done with repeats properly, perfectly, then you can go with the same answer, you get a mark, and these things are very, very easy in the examination hall. The second one is repeated concepts. For example, an endodontist, like an endodontist is preparing. So the same endodontist preferably prepare the next session prepper also. So he may have a choice where he loves to give questions. For example, he's giving a question on irrigation solutions. Preferably, there is a high chance that the irrigation solutions question can come, but not the same question. Okay, right? So similarly, what my suggestion is, okay, so while you're doing repeats, make sure you are perfect with the entire concept of repeats. It's not only like a particular question and answer, because most of us, we regularly love to read question and answer mode of reading. Okay, so along with the question and answer, what I'm suggesting is you need to have an overall glance of that particular area, particular topic. Okay, so how you should be clear with the entire topic, not only that question. That's what I mean. Okay, right? So repeated concepts, repeated questions is the first thing that you have to focus on in INICET. So if you ask me what is must do, sir, according to your schedule, what is must do is, one is repeats, all the repeats of every subjects, preferably from 2010 to 2024 March has to be done. One. Second one is repeated concepts. So every subject has a particular repeated concepts. Means the questions are frequently coming from that area. So you should be perfect with those repeated concepts. The third important thing, what I monitored is classifications. INICET always prefer to take classifications, particularly new classifications, bouncer classifications, or regular classifications. They give questions on regular classifications, which I feel is memory-based. The next one is, yes, of course, there is a slight variation, but in most of the question papers, you have diagram-based. So you have diagram-based questions. Of course, you have access to one of the folder called as diagram-based, so in which all the subjects papers will be activated, and make sure you try to revise this n number of times, and we'll be having a diagram-based quick revision session also whenever it is possible. So we'll be doing that. So diagram-based has to be given proper importance. Apart from diagram-based or the subcategory of diagram-based, instrumentation is very, very important. Okay, so what instrumentation? The first instrumentation is perio. Okay, so make sure you're done with the instrumentation video of perio. Very, very important. Must do. Each and every line, each and every diagram, you should be very, very clear. Next one, in OS also, you have instrument parts. Okay, you have all the instrument parts video, which I have clearly given in the schedule. So all the instrument parts, particularly the devices or the tubes that are used in your emergency ward, ICU room, are very, very important. All those are covered. Elevators, suturing techniques, everything are covered. So all the diagram-based stuff of your OS are very, very important. I'm talking particularly focusing on instrumentation. Then instrumentation of cons, we have done clearly important. Instrumentation of endo, clearly done important. Of course, you have lots of instrument-based videos in your ortho. Top to bottom has to be done. Ortho instruments are very, very important. Then, of course, a little bit of pedo. So apart from this, again, DA. Okay, so your color plates of DA. Your color plates of DA are important. Okay, so apart from the instrumentation, the next one is histopathology. Histopath. I want you to focus on dental histology diagrams, very important. Oral pathology, important. You have videos on oral path. And general path, you have videos on general path. Okay, so, and a little bit of micro. Okay, histopathologies are important, very, very important. So they're asking questions on these areas. Okay, right. The next comes is a little bit of SR-ship papers. Okay, so few SR-ship papers are available in your dental pulse, and even in dentist also. They have not exclusively given SR-ship papers, but most of the SR-ship questions were already covered along with the latest question papers. So in your dental pulse, after a particular subject, you have something called as latest question papers, in which few of the questions are NEET, few of the questions are INICET, and a few of questions are SR-ship. They have clearly mentioned SR-ship, which year they have given. So these SR-ship concepts, there was a little drop in the last 3 to 4 years of NEET examination, INICET. So we don't find more SR-ship. Previously, we used to have lots of SR-ship questions, but as we are preparing for an entrance, in a customized pattern. So we cannot take risk regarding that. So I want you to cover whatever SR-ships are available, whether it is on the website, whether it is in the discussion pattern. I'll try to include few SR-ship, so which are more inclined to the concepts which are repeated in INICET, and followed by I'll try to cover whatever is there. I'll try to provide you the access on the website. So whatever you can do from your side, please try to focus on the SR-ship areas and try to cover whatever are the limited access we have related to the SR-ships. Then few areas, okay, are being repeated from your MD/MS INICET previous papers, which are a little bit inclined to dentistry, not randomly something which is completely a bouncer for a dental student, but there are few areas like pharmacology, particularly anesthesia, because anesthesia is a very, very important topic, okay, local as well as general. So I want to add anesthesia, local as well as general anesthesia are very, very important. So such areas inclined to head and neck part of your anatomy, inclined to basics of your biochemistry, physiology, or medicine. Okay, regularly general surgery they are not touching, but general surgery inclined to oral surgery areas. Some areas are being picked from your medical friends, MS and MD papers of your INICET, and they are being given. But I'll keep a filter to that because it's very difficult for us to do those papers. So I'll keep a filter to that, and I'll try to teach few important concepts which were previously given to us and which can be given to us also. I'll keep a filter and try to give access to those areas also. So that is one important, apart from anesthesia, which is a exclusively separate topic that you have to take very seriously into consideration. Okay, so I want you to cover a few areas of MD and MS areas that what I provide. Don't randomly pick everything and don't read that. That's going to make your preparation more tricky. So I'll keep a filter and I'll try to provide few areas and try to follow them. And few other areas where INICET is frequently focusing on is the logical questions. Okay. You see the question may be so tricky, but if you check out the options, it is more logical. If you keep some presence of mind, some common sense, you can come out with the right answer with the logic. The second one is emergencies. That is your medical emergencies, your drug interactions, dental drug interactions, your ICU stuff, particularly your anesthesia. That's what I'm talking, anesthesia, incubations, all the emergency procedures, your tracheostomies, your endotracheal tubes, all the tubes in the body. So emergency area. So they are asking more questions related to that emergency area. So make sure you try to cover those. A little bit about the latest information or latest stuff, but collecting this is so difficult. Okay, so this is completely out of box. So I don't recommend this to read the latest updates, but here and there I'll try to discuss few important latest trending topics which are very, very important from a general dentist point of view or a general doctor point of view to dentistry, where they can throw the questions. But preferably latest information it may not be a big source of reading, but rest of it, like for example, like in the last few trends, like there are high chances of questions on COVID. Okay, after COVID, they're asking questions on COVID, but you check out your books, whatever you follow, like for example, Dentist or Dental Pulse or whatever book you read, the accessibility for those areas is very, very minimal. So, but they're asking questions. So that's what I'm, or else like I just want to focus on some important topics like implants, they're asking questions, latest. Lasers, they're asking question. Okay, so like for example, aesthetics. Facial aesthetics, they're asking question. Dental aesthetics, they're asking question. Or for example, aligners. So what's a few latest things that are happening, but if you check out the access of the content to us, the content of access to the content to us from the sources of the books, whatever we read is very, very limited for most of these things, right? These things. So such areas, they are asking questions, but what depth we should read, we don't have a limitation for that. So here and there during discussions or during paper discussions or during the exams, so we are going to give some questions on these areas as a new concepts. So you need to make a note of it, learn it. Luckily, if you get a question, that's an extra edge for you in the examination hall. So these are mandatory things that we have to do along with the regular schedule of a particular subject. Okay. So what is the first most important thing in this is the first most important thing is the repeats. Okay. So you have to do repeats from 2010 to 2024. And that's what I'm telling. Like this time, we are going to have a regular discussions, lots of lengthy live video-based discussions, so that we'll try to cover the subject integratedly. We'll try to revise it. I want every one of you, apart from your regular preparation, please do spend a quality of time with the live sessions that what we regularly take. Okay, let it be Gauri sir or me or Pratish or Sahiti, whoever is taking. So please try to integrate and attend that so that you can cover and give a best shot for INICET. As well as in this process of giving INICET, you are going to cover the major content that is required for the NEET examination, which will be in the March 2025. Clear? Clear for now? Clear for now? So individually, what to be done, everything, I'll try to help. But the plan is very simple. Like people who are done with the subjects we are already done. So whatever checklist we have done, like for example, if you ask me like anatomy, general anatomy, what you are going to do for general anatomy, my suggestion is very simple. General anatomy, whenever you revise, let it be INICET, let it be NEET, whatever it is, I want you to do the worksheet. It's very simple. Like do the worksheet, finish it. Ortho, what you have to do the worksheet. So whatever you have worksheets, final worksheets, do it. For example, surgery, I think you may prepare a short notes. Okay, do the surgery short notes. Apart from this, there are a few other areas, must-do areas I'll be giving you on the group in a timeline-based pattern. So you can plan accordingly. Okay, right? So shall we go with the modules like what I have prepared for you? And all the question papers I'll try to provide in the parts of sessions like 2000 till 2018-19. Your aims is only for 90 MCQs. So from 2010 to 2018-19, that 18 years question papers, very easy to do. There are only 90 MCQs per question paper. Like for a year, you will be having 180 MCQs, 90 plus 90. Probably it will be difficult for you to do from after 2019, where the question paper is being increased to 200. Now you have more questions. Per year, you will be having 200 plus 200, 400. But when you are solving those areas like 2010 to 2018, 19 or 2000 till 2020, it is very easy. You hardly have 180 questions per year, and it's going to take a very minimal time because most of the questions are very simple and direct. You can finish them fast. Clear, guys? Done? Okay. Next, jumping into the modules, what I have prepared for this is, okay, right. Like focusing on the students who are already part of Conquer. It's very simple. So the first one is surgical module. Okay, the surgical module. So most of the surgical modules subjects are included in the present schedule. That is, one is OS is included in the present schedule. Anatomy is included in the present schedule. And the previous grant, whatever you have given like 20 days back, it includes perio. Okay. And people who are not done with perio or people who are not done with general surgery, try to focus on it. So first 10 days plus 1, we are going to focus only on these areas. And I strongly believe that most of you are already done with OS and anatomy at least. Like most of you, okay, who are there, like 100 odd students were there attending it as live. Few of you will watch it as a recorded version. But what's my suggestion is, I hope you're clearly done, right? You're done, and few of you are done with perio also. So you have only general surgery, and that's what I'm telling you. Like general surgery is a subject which is of faded. Okay, for example, among these subjects which has strong base in your final exam is oral surgery, followed by perio. Perio and oral surgery are very, 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 very important for INICET. Compare with general surgery and anatomy. And among the first module, the least important subject is general surgery. Okay, the least important. I'm not asking you to quit that subject. I'm asking you to spend a little bit less time with general surgery. But that's what I'm telling you. General anesthesia is important. That's a part of your general surgery. But we can do it in pharmacology, or we are doing it in oral surgery. Okay, that is secondary. Right? Clear, right? First module, surgical module, the most important subject is oral surgery, which is done recently by you. So the first module is, I feel like for most of you, but people who have started preparation late, for most of you, the first module is very, very cool, because recently in the last 1.5 month, 45 days back, if you start preparation with Mdsconquer, I strongly believe that you're done with OS, you're done with anatomy, you're done with perio. So the only thing is a little bit of general surgery you have to do. So the first module is very, very cool and comfortable. Okay. By that time, I want you to acclimatize yourself, adapt to the schedules. Okay. Adapt to heavy reading patterns. Okay. That's what I'm telling. I'm giving a personal suggestion to most of the Maharashtra interns who are going to finish their internship, Maharashtra, Kerala, as well as Tamil Nadu, few areas of Tamil Nadu. So they're going to finish their internship in less than a month or 40 days. It's nothing wrong. You can take break now. Stretch your preparation. Stretch your preparation for full time. Okay. Make sure you try to spend as much as time as possible with the books. That is very, very important. You should spend most of your time with the books. Okay. Inicet is something like you need to spend most of your time with the book and focus. You should read for more time. You should organize the stuff and read for more time. So first module, I think it's very clear, right? So if you start preparation 45 days back, I feel like you have left over with only one subject. So you can push yourself to the module 2 along with the module 1. Okay. Reading is not same for all of you. People who are clear with module 1, yes, you can jump into the module 2. Just keep 3 or 4 days for the revision of all these subjects confidently, and you can plan accordingly. Next, module 2 is going to be your oral module. So where I included oral path, oral medicine combined together one subject. Radiology is recently done. Okay. And oral path and oral medicine will be going with the regular schedule again. Okay. Once we are done with this particular module, starting the things from September 5th, the subject which we are going to start is oral path and oral medicine. So that is how I tried my best to combine both the things. Like even if you're preparing for INICET, you're not leaving the regular schedule of the Conquer, which is there for NEET 2025. Clear, guys? So from September 5th, after September 4th exam of your regular schedule, we are going to start oral path and oral medicine. That is the same subject which I tried integrated here. And oral radiology was recently covered. Oral anatomy we are covering now. And of course, cool composed subject is oral histology. So there is nothing too heavy. Okay. The only thing is you need to finish your oral path, oral medicine fast. If you're reading 5 hours, 6 hours per day, I want you to stretch to 10 hours. You're reading 10 hours per day, I want you to stretch to 12 to 13 hours. That is simple, very simple. So if you stretch oral path and oral medicine, radiology is recently done. Oral anatomy, we are doing in the present schedule. So oral anatomy is done. You are left over with only oral histology. That I'll try to help you to do it in maybe 1.5 day, 2 days are sufficient. If you're already done, it's okay. Histology will take half a day. If you are not done, histology may take 2.5 days. Okay, right? Clear? Okay, then goes the next module for the next, after 22 days, we're going with the next module. The next module is mainly the medical module. Okay, what you can do is, if you're clear with 1 and 2, you can start 3. If you feel this module is going to create a big burden for you, what you can do is very simple. Okay, for example, you're reading 10 to 12 hours per day. I want you to keep 2 days every day, 2 hours. So 10 plus 2, you can split it. So every day, 2 hours you can keep for this medical module. I told you basics, our questions are less, but most of the basic questions in your INICET are integrated questions. Okay. So they integrate all these subjects. That is your medicine, pathology, pharmacology, okay, physiology and microbiology. They integrate together. They give questions on these areas. Okay. Right. One thing is you can do your modules according to the schedule. Second thing is, to a dental student, I feel like among the 5 modules, the most trickiest module is going to be the 3rd module. So what my suggestion is, if you're reading like 14 hours, you can make it as 11 plus 3. If you're reading 10 hours, you can make it as 8 plus 2. If you're reading 12 hours, you can make it as 10 plus 2. If you're reading 6 hours, you can make it as 5 plus 1. According to that, you try to give a part of time for this particular module. That is how I have done the schedule for you, because recently in the last modules, we have done GIT and renal, respiratory we have done. Okay, so we have done lots of things, right? So in this particular module, we are doing CVS. So we are doing it. Okay. So similarly, I want you to split and add and plan accordingly. Or else you follow the schedule. Whatever you can cover, you follow the schedules. 3rd module is definitely a little bit tricky. And questions in INICET also, the trickiest questions will be coming from this particular module. The next one is 4th module is preventive and prosthetics. Okay. Out of which all the subjects are very, very important. Okay, there's nothing, no subject to be neglected, no subject to be left over. Community is utmost important. Pedo integrated to ortho is very important. Prosthetics plus implants is very, very important. So it is a preventive prosthetic module. Okay, so do plan accordingly. And the last module is the most comfortable and easiest module for us. That is your operative dentistry, endo, your dental materials, and your biochemistry. Okay, so this is how I have splitted the modules. Each module is going to have 10 plus 1 days according to the schedule. But now I'll be posting this PDF onto the group. So now you prepare like what subjects you are good at. Let's come out with the rating. So out of 10 rating. So for example, recently I'm done with ortho. I'm done with surgery. So I want to drop 9 out of 10 for surgery. General surgery, I'm not so confident. So 5 out of 10 for surgery. Anatomy also recently done. I'll keep 9 out of 10. Perio recently done, but it is almost like 1 month. So I'll keep 8 out of 10. So you prepare a schedule like this and plan accordingly. Okay. And of course, you come out with your plan, you can discuss with the mentor, and you can take the particular calls. Here, what are the extra things that we are going to do is, yes, the group is going to have a particular aspect because we prepared a separate INICET group. So every day you will be having a half an hour to 1 hour work on the group, apart from the regular INICET sessions. So once you have a live session or once I'm giving a PDF asking you to take the printout, we are going to discuss that PDF. That PDF may include diagrams, that PDF may include questions, that PDF may include few important key points, or that PDF may include medical repeats, SR-ship repeats, whatever it is. So the group, apart from the regular schedule, like for example, you're reading 1 hour. So I want 30 minutes to 1 hour of every day of you for the INICET group session. We will be having the paper discussion. That's what I'm telling, like previous questions, paper discussions, present grants or mock exams. So we'll be having mock exams. We'll be having lots of discussions focusing on the areas of INICET. Clear, guys? Clear? Clear with the plan? Okay. The next important thing is the motto of giving INICET. The motto of giving INICET is to know the pattern, is to test your abilities before going to the NEET examination. Because there are many interns, okay, who has given examination long back, okay. Probably in the 12th standard, you have given the entrance examination, and followed by you have given lots of theory examinations, but not an MCQ-based exam. The approach of mine towards an MCQ-based exam is going to be slightly different. So that is the reason why I strongly recommend everyone to give INICET. You may or may not get a rank, but INICET is going to clear your view that what you should read, how you should be on the day of exam, or how should you be 1 week before the exam, what to be done in the 1 month before exam, how you should be thinking while you're giving examination. Because giving an examination in your room, in your home, from the Mdsconquer website is different for giving an examination in the center, okay, in a metropolitan city. So why we are giving, or why I am forcing you to give this examination, is to know the pattern. The primary reason. Second one is to crack the seat. Okay. But as we know, INICET has a very limited number of seats. The seats are very limited number. You hardly have maybe 20 or 25 seats. Okay. And chances will be high for people. I mean, like, of course, you know, in India, it is being split into 50%, 50%. Open category. For example, if 20 seats are there, open category people will get 20 seats and reservation will be 20 seats. I mean, like 10 plus 10, 20 seats total. You have 10 reservation and 10 open category. So people, particularly people who are having reservations of OBC or EWS reservations, or you have an ST or an SC reservation, I want you to be more cautious, more careful. Okay, because the competitions, I'm not telling that the competition will be less in your particular category or group, but compared to an open category student, people who has reservations has a better edge. For example, an open category student getting a 25 rank, yes, chances of getting a seat is less than 5%. 25, All India 25 in INICET in the upcoming session. But a 25 rank student, an overall 25 rank student, if you have a category, there is a high chance that you can end up with the seat. So all the people who has reservations, particularly ST or SC or EWS or OBC, okay, make sure, I want you to be more focused, precise reading, extra efforts. I'm not discouraging the open category students, but I'm telling the reality, the ground reality, because there are few people who always keep a barrier. This exam is not to my limit. This exam is a very high-fi exam. this exam is like an Einstein-based exam. There is nothing like that. Everything is a normal exam. Everything is given by a dental student. But that's what I'm telling, like few people, there are a few zones of people who repeat the exams more number of times than the other zones of people. Okay. You see intern giving exam for the first time. A repeater may be giving exam as an intern followed by a repeater. But I personally have my friends and my students who give exam more than 5 to 6 times. So these people who give exam more than 5 to 6 times, because their call of giving exam repeatedly is different. Their commitments are different. Their ideology is different. So these people, they have the comfort in the examination center, because trust me, a person who has given exam, repeating the exam for 3 to 4 years, they may have given 6 or 7 rounds of INICET. Okay, so that is a different strategy. But that's what I'm telling, like a person who is giving exam for the first time, or person who has given exam 5 years back and now trying to repeat the exam, my strong recommendation for you to take this exam. Just know what is happening, how you should travel to the center. Okay, how you should travel to the center, how you should be careful about the day before exam, because most of the centers of INICET and NEET examinations will be similar. The pattern will be similar, most of the patterns, because now NEET is also being modified, right? So most of the patterns of INICET and NEET are similar. So there's nothing wrong. You can give it. And this exam does not have any big barrier. Barrier is only for the people who are repeating this exam again and again, or people who are stretching their preparation at a stretch for the long 12 months, or maybe a little bit of barrier will be there. It's not a barrier, big barrier for the people who have started the race 6 months or 7 months back. No barrier. Okay, you're equally competent, and you can equally, comparatively, you can also give this examination. So first of all, remove the ideology. INICET is not my cup of coffee. Remove that ideology. Everyone deserve to have anything in your life. Okay, like for example, you see like Novotel. Novotel is not my level. No, Novotel may not be your level now, or Taj Banjara may not be your level now. Okay, even when I was an intern, it is not my level. But a day will come that you are going to occupy your seat, or that you are going to occupy your pride over there. Okay, everyone will have their day. It's just like you need to wait for that day. All right. So you're something like waiting for your day. So don't underestimate yourself. Don't keep a barrier yourself. I want to restrict myself to this. I want to restrict myself to this, or I want to be like this. So don't keep any sort of barriers. You're something which is unmagnified, which is undefined. Okay, so there is no limitation to growth. It is all you can change your fate. Okay, right? So first of all, remove that barrier. Work hard. I see like few of the Maharashtra interns already reached the offline center. I can see the different energy levels. Okay, so let's work together. Okay, the team has a different plan this year in pushing you to INICET. So that's going to give you a little bit of confidence that makes your path easy for your upcoming NEET exam. Clear, guys? Any doubts you have? Any question answer? Anything question answer? This is just a brief glance. Like I'll be posting the PDF, and anyway, the first subject is OS. OS is recently done for most of you. So first 2 to 3 days, you can relax, plan everything accordingly, and you can launch. Okay, you can launch your missile, because you're done with OS, you're done with anatomy recently. Okay, so 4 to 5 days is in your hand. Okay, so in this 2 to 3 days, you plan coolly, you plan accordingly, come out with, discuss with the mentor. I am ready to discuss with you. If there is any modifications to be done, we'll be doing the modifications. We'll be giving a good shot for the upcoming INICET. The target is not to do this or do that, but a best shot, a good shot. If it is not giving a seat, what it should give you, it should motivate you. Let it be. Okay, I'm not getting a seat. Okay, very cool. But the exam should motivate you. The exam should push you. The exam should be as a target for which you are running, so that in this running process, I want you to cover more syllabus seriously, obediently. Okay, with the fear and anxiety, you can push yourself to cover more syllabus. That's going to make your path very easy for your upcoming NEET exam. So I strongly recommend people who are eligible for this exam, please try to give this exam. Okay, at any cost. This definitely is going to help you for your upcoming NEET 2025. Okay, clear, guys? Done? Okay. Any specific things you have? Yes, INICET folder will be opened. It's already open. Yes, I asked the team to convert your previous INICET question papers into the latest module, into the latest pattern, latest software, so that you'll be having all 200 question papers split it into four parts, each of 50 and with 45, so that you can feel that pattern. Okay, so make sure you try to give exams. The main motto why I'm planning for this particular batch is to have a paper discussion after the classes. If there is a paper discussion, I strongly believe that paper discussion is not required. Every question is having its own explanation. If a paper discussion is there, what I strongly believe after discussing with few of my students and few of my staff is, I feel like people will give exam. If paper discussion is there, with that phobia to attend the paper discussion, I feel like people will give this exam. What is your opinion regarding this? Maybe like we'll plan these paper discussions according to the schedule. INICET applications are not yet out. Once they're out, I'll update you. So don't worry about that. INICET test series will start from tomorrow. That's what I'm like. I'm discussing the schedule now. So it's already started. That's what I'm telling. Like OS anatomy. So I'm just trying to combine the previous schedule with the schedule which is going to start from tomorrow, so that you will be feeling so comfortable because you're done with the most of the subjects recently on your regular schedule, which are part of your module 1. Clear? Done? Chala, anything more? You just try to drop a message to me. I'll add you on the group. Okay, guys, all the best. Take care. Let's start with all the positive energy. Okay. And if you have any doubts regarding to take a break from the college, few dilemmas, because whenever you're asking someone who is very close to you, near to you, senior or something, they may not give an appropriate suggestion to you. Instead of that, they may keep a phobia to you. So my suggestion is, whenever you're taking suggestion, okay, don't trust anyone. That is what now you see. You see the things that were turning so worst in our community. Let's talk about India. Yeah, let it be entire world is like that, but it is more clumsy in India. Okay, so I mean, like it sounds too odd in few situations, like whatever happened recently, whatever happening in our community or anything. Like, so let's take someone who is more reliable. So let's interact with someone who is more reliable. You can trust your father. Okay, right? You can trust your father. You can trust your brother. You cannot trust anyone, right? Only two persons you can trust is if you have a father, you have a brother, you can trust them. Similarly, when you're preparing, also, yes, you can trust anyone. You can trust a senior, you can trust your co-aspirant, you can trust anyone. But the most trustworthy person is your mentor. Luckily, if you have access to your mentor, it is always good to talk with the mentor. Spend some time, talk with the mentor. Know what is right, what is wrong. Know whether you're going in the right direction, whether you want to implement some new things. The best person that you can trust is your mentor, is your teacher. You can trust anyone, but the best one is how you trust your father in the process of your entire life as a girl. Okay. The only person you can trust 100% is your mentor, because he always thinks about the positive side of you. Okay, guys, done. Bye-bye. See you.